Hello everyone, this is Sandy from We Are Talk of Thailand, and today's video, well, it's only a short video and it's to help out some of my poor associated bloggers here in Thailand who I noticed one this morning complaining very bitterly that things are getting spread on the worldwide internet through YouTube, that there is problems here in Thailand and that Pattaya is getting a bad reputation unnecessarily, and people might be getting put off with the idea of coming here now on holiday. I can't imagine that. Anyway, I thought I'd do this very short video in support of these people, and particularly in support of this guy I watched this morning who was trying to emphasize all the good points about it still being here. So let's take a quick look about the options of coming to Pattaya for a holiday now. Number one, is it easy to get here? No, actually, it's pretty difficult to get here at the moment because we're not actually sure how you can even get into Thailand easily now, because all the test and go has gone, tested and gone, and it's not so good. If you start an application, you may have to go through a 7-day quarantine aspect in Phuket before you can come to Pattaya. Well, that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, I don't know. But if you start your application now, then there's a possibility you might not even get here when you think you're going to get here, because the rules are changing all the time. And it's not easy to see how when you would get here. And what will be the reception you get when you do get here? How many days quarantine you're likely to do? What tests you're going to have to do. But anyway, that just adds to the excitement of the travel to Thailand. By booking today, you might not know for some considerable time when you're going to get here, but you still have to spend out a lot of money in preparation of arriving here, because you have to book your hotels and your tests and your insurances and your flights and all these sort of things, and it all adds up to money, and that's all paid to be paid before you even know when you're going to get here. So if you like those sort of excitements, then it's a place to think about coming to. What about when you get here to Pattaya? Well, if it's still the same as it is today, then it's a very sad place to come to at the moment, because it's very quiet. There's restrictions on everything. If you like to go partying and drinking, yes, you've got plenty of opportunity to do that, as long as it's between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. 11 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But then you've got to have a 2-hour break, which is maybe good, because that gives you a chance to go and get something to eat before your evening session drinking starts from 5 till 9. Isn't that exciting? Ensuring, of course, that you get an early bed and ready for the next day's huge excitement and change of places. Well, there's not so many places to change to, because there's a lot of places closed actually, but there's a few you can choose from. But you'll meet lots of nice people here. You know, there's lots of girls waiting, but no, hang on. No, there's not so many girls waiting, but there are girls here. But most of the most sensible ones have stayed at home, and they've not come out because they don't want to catch COVID either. So there are a few around, and there's a few freelancers around. So maybe you'll find something you like, maybe not. There's of course there's the other genetic options, if that's what you're looking for, but there are a few of them as well. So that's you've got to arrive. What about food and restaurants? Well, actually, you're lucky, because there's lots and lots of restaurants open, mainly in bars that have been told that if they wanted to sell beer between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the evening, then they have to become a restaurant. So many have adapted, but there's not that many customers to go around. In fact, the place looks deserted most of the time, even though you get all these vloggers going around saying it's changing, it's getting better, it's wonderful. It's bullshit, actually, because it's pretty pathetic. And that's what it is. And what about when you come here for your holiday? If you arrive in Bangkok and you happen to have picked up COVID on the way here, then you're in for a quarantine, even if you don't have any symptoms. If you're picked up during the test, then you have to go in quarantine. Now, the problem with that is many insurances don't cover it if you're not got any symptoms. So that's an additional expense you may have to take. All adds to the excitement of the visit and what's going to happen. And of course, the reverse when you're going back. If you pick up COVID while you're here and you're traveling back to the airport and you go for your PCR test before you go to get your plane, what if you pick up a positive test then? Lucky you get an extended stay in Thailand maybe at your own expense again if you're symptoms free, or you may be lucky and you may be severely ill. So that will save you the money on your having to pay for it yourself. Your insurance will pay for it and all other aspects, depending how serious your condition is. So, is it worth coming? Of course it's worth coming. It's still a beautiful country. It's sunshine here. Streets might be deserted, but and you might not be able to travel around too much, but it's a beautiful place not to be able to travel around. That's for sure. So if you're wanting an exciting holiday and something that's totally different, now's a chance to do it, if you're that way inclined, that is. And for those of the boring, ordinary people like myself, stay at home and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye.